Hello, welcome to another episode of Camps and Borders. This is a podcast that centers the voices of people affected by conflict and displacement. My name is Violet Ikong and I am your host. Today we're looking at beyond survival, how refugees, IDPs, and people generally affected by displacement can use storytelling and filmmaking to highlight and bring to light the issues that affect them in their communities. Our guest is a filmmaker. He is a storyteller in Kenya's Kakuma refugee camp. His name is Andrew, and it's going to be an interesting conversation, I can say. Hello, Andrew. It's nice to have you join us.
Okay, thank you so much for such opportunity.
So everyone listening probably wondering, who is this guy? What does he do? So can you tell us about yourself briefly?
My name is Andrew Dafir. I'm originally from South Sudan, but currently I'm living in Kakuma refugee camp. So I'm a storyteller, a digital creator, and a filmmaker who's passionate to use my media skills to document real stories from my community. At the moment, I call it Kakuma. So if I make it brief, what drives me is the desire to show the world the strength, creativity, and the resilience that really exists in Kakuma, and to make sure too our voices are through authentic storytelling like the ones we do. Thank you.
All right, Andrew, that is quite interesting, and we're so excited to have you join us today. So when people talk about Kakuma, when we hear Kakuma, most times the first thing that comes to mind is the humanitarian crisis over there, the aid cuts, the hardship that people face. You live in this camp and you're using storytelling and filmmaking to let the world know what life is like for refugees. So what does a typical day look like for you as a storyteller in Kakuma?
In spite of people hearing the negative side of it, Kakuma is a place where people are always just up, awake, they are always on the road working, looking. I'm always at work. I'm always out there looking for more stories, because stories, we don't make them for us to go outside. We just go outside, then see the stories, we come, then make them.
Oh, that's great. And then how do you distribute these stories that you put out? What platforms do you use to share the stories so they get to the audience?
Okay, so I use all my platforms like Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and YouTube. But currently, I'm working with a team known as Iconics Kenya, which they gave me opportunity to work with some other people known as Mark Impact. So currently, my work is in Mark Impact, because I'm the face of Mark Impact at the moment. So when you want to know more about Kakuma, you just go search Mark Impact in all platforms, and you'll see what are the products that I always give.
All right, thank you, Andrew. And moving forward, I had earlier mentioned that most stories that we see out there about Kakuma are always in the negative. So how do you balance narratives? How do you ensure that you put out the stories that reflect both the challenges and the resilience of the people who live in Kakuma?
Okay, so apart from the view that people see about Kakuma, or what made me to what inspired me really is the stories around we. Despite of lacking the tools, the proper things that could put us there on top of the map, because let's say we lack equipment, we lack so many things here, but despite of that, we use the little bit that we have for us to maybe showcase, because for me it's film. So you guys there, people outside there, they don't know how Kakuma is. They only see the headlines everywhere. But for us who really knows how Kakuma is, because in Kakuma we have big entrepreneurs, we have skilled workers, we have talented minds,
All right, so I'm curious, was there something that happened that actually inspired you to become a storyteller in Kakuma? At what point did you decide that, okay, look, I'm going to become a storyteller, a filmmaker right in this camp?
Yeah. So, personally, I was inspired by many untold stories around me. Like, life in Kakuma, it's just so full of resilience. I might repeat that word. Creativity and talent, but most people outside they hear about the struggle. So I realized that through storytelling, I could show the truth, highlight the strength of the community, and give people a voice to share their experiences and their dreams. Because like right now, there's this shortage of funds, but despite that, each and everyone is waking up, doing what they do best to make sure that they put something on the table, to make sure that they are fit for another day.
All right, so how do you decide what stories to tell on a certain day or in a particular week? Do you have it all planned out before going out, or is it something that you just go out and if the stories meet you, fine, if they don't, fine? So how do you do it?
So for me, first before I go out, I usually come up with something called a content plan.
Oh,
Yeah, like I give myself a theme. Like if this week I'll be talking about talent, then next week I'll have to talk about the entrepreneurs. Then the other week I'll talk about water. Yeah, yeah. Basically that's all.
okay. So, as someone who lives in this camp and tells the stories of people who live there, what would you say are the biggest challenges that refugees in Kakuma face? With the work you've done, what are the biggest challenges these people face?
So some of the biggest challenges include limited opportunities for like education, employment, and access to resources. Many people face uncertainty like about the future, and there's often a lack of platform to share their talents and idea. But what's inspiring is how the community keep innovating, creating, and supporting each other despite the challenges that we are facing.
All right. So, I think we talked about this before now. And that's the fact that sometimes people want to tell stories, but they don't have the tools, they don't have the equipment. So for you, I know that you had that challenge at first, not having the right equipment and all, but you were able to push on and become a storyteller. So how were you able to navigate that challenge?
So here in the camp, you go with the one who likes your thing, because not everyone is comfortable with the cameras, with the interviews, and so on. Because at some point, there's sometimes I usually go to the field and I go try making history, like stories about people. Then those people that I'm trying to make their stories, they expect much, you know. They be like, yeah, because you're going to take, like you're going to tell out our story. Maybe you're the one who can help us now. Like they need something tangible, something that is it's right now, not later. But at some point, I end up telling them, yo, I am trying to tell out your stories so that maybe help might come. We don't know. We're just trying because it's good to tell it out rather than being quiet, you know. So basically, I usually go. I have a consent form.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I have a consent form. I usually go ask if you accept it. I give you the consent form. You sign it. If there's a way I know I can help, I'll help. But there are some places which I don't have the capacity to help. I'll just pass it to people who can help, like posting, you know, like doing their stories. So many people out there that they don't know about how they usually live or how we usually live. So maybe someone out there knows that I have to help this person, and that's how we usually survive.
All right. So we both would agree that being a storyteller sometimes means having to face difficulties and challenges, especially in a place like a refugee camp. So how do you navigate these challenges? For instance, not every refugee wants to face the camera. Not every refugee wants to have their stories documented. Sometimes refugees are afraid because they don't know why you're getting their information. So how do you talk to these people to get them to agree to share their stories? And then talking about camp authorities, do you sometimes face restrictions from these people or they allow you to walk freely in the camp?
So basically, like me, I started this thing like some years ago, like 3 years to four, like almost 4 years now. So it was hard for me to get to this stage where I'm at right now, because I had to experience a lot. Like, let's say, people out here are experiencing like a lot of mental issues, depression, lack of job, lack of enough basic needs. But at some point, you just have to tell yourself, as a human being, what do you want to achieve in life, despite of not having that much that you need. Do you have something that you can start with? And me, I saw going to class, going to learn was the best thing for me. So I had to look for this training, this vocational trainings, and that's where I got to learn media. I got to learn filmmaking, and through that I had to sit down with myself and tell myself, now it's time for you to make something small make something big out of that small thing that I have. So I ended up learning online, because I have a phone. And this phone, instead of me looking for laptop, any other equipment, the phone can do so much. So I had to use my phone. And right now, the place that I'm at right now, I think I've made a little impact, because where I'm at, so many youth are desiring to be where I'm at right now. And I think that's a big impact, because I'm motivating them to be who they want. Because at the end of the day, storytelling is about connection, sharing what is real, like human and often overlooked. So others can see us as we really are.
All right. Thank you, Andrew. That's quite interesting. And now for everyone listening, I think I have to go back to the beginning. They are probably wondering your journey to Kakuma. When did you move to Kakuma? What was it like when you first arrived in the camp? And over the years, how has it been in this camp?
Okay, so maybe I came to Kakuma the time that war broke out in South Sudan. That was in 2013. That's when I got myself here. And
how old were you then? How old were you then?
2013. I was 13 years. Yeah, I was 13 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. So coming to the camp, it was a long, frustrating journey, because we came using these buses, like these lorries, not bus. The big lorry.
Yeah.
Because it was time for war and all the stuff. So you just don't have to care which kind of means you're using. When you see the lorry come, we jumped into it, and we were almost 10. So at first, as just like a normal refugee, like the other usual refugees, it's always hard, like experiencing that mode of you moving out of your homeland, coming to some other country, and you don't know anything. Like, it's just you and you. It was hard, but thanks to LWF, thanks to WFP, thanks to UNHCR, because the work that they did, it's a big work. So for me, I came here 2013, And coming here, I just reaching in Kakuma. The first place that I set my foot at was the center, like it's known as reception center. That's where they usually receive new arrivals. Yeah. So for the first week, we stayed there before we were issued our papers. Now for us to be refugees, so we had to stay there almost, like a week. So there, I don't know how to explain it, but it's hard. The time I came to got myself on a good track, that's when I joined school. That was in 2014. Because I stayed the whole 2013. I stayed at home. 2014, I came, joined a primary school known as Unity. It is located in Kakuma 4 because the camp it is divided into, like, let's say, communities. There's Kakuma 1, there's Kakuma 2, Kakuma 3, Kakuma 4, and now the new other camp known as Kalobe.
Okay. So for you, why do you think it is important to tell refugee stories? Why do you think it is important to show the world the reality of refugees in places like Kakuma?
So basically, I wanted to show the world that being a refugee doesn't mean that we are weak or we can't do anything. I just want to show the world the reality, like how life is in Kakuma. Yeah, we usually go through a lot, but us going through a lot is really making us stronger each and every day. So I believe me being the voice of the people, or my film, all the things that I do, being the voice for us, if that's the way that the world knows us with, then I'll have to do it. And so far, I think it's going well because through the posts that I make, through the videos that I make, a lot of good-hearted people, a lot of people who have humanity in them, they're speaking like positively. Yeah, they want to know more about Kakuma because they can't imagine like living in the desert part in Kenya yet. That place, because here in Kakuma they are farmers, and someone even imagine farming in a place where it doesn't rain like usually. I think me telling stories through this film will really change the negative thinking of people about Kakuma.
All right, thank you so much, Andrew. And then looking forward, like for the future, what do you really envision in terms of what you would do already? That storytelling and filmmaking. Let's say 3 years from now, what do you really envision?
So basically, personally, I really like the vision that I have. I really want to start up like on my own media hub, whereby I can be like training youth. Because for me, I think I have a lot of skills, and the skills that I have, for me to preserve them, it's by passing them out. So if I'll be able, like between those years, if I'll be able to put something aside for me to start up my own hub, I'll have to do it because I think Kakuma really need to be shaped in a way that like in education wise. That's what I think. People need to learn more. So, but for me, I'm a filmmaker, and a lot of youth like me, they usually they truly desire to know the skills that I have, and for me to be able to pass them is for me to start up my own thing, whereby I'll be working, I'll be teaching, and most of it all I'll be earning.
All right, Andrew, thank you so much. So before we go, do you have any final words for everyone listening?
So I'll just say that there's a word I said before, but I'll have to repeat it. Like at the end of the day, I want people to know that Storytelling is about sharing what is real, what is human, and what is often overlooked. So I want other people to see refugees as they are, like see them as people, because the refugees really have the mind to change this world. Let's look up to them, let's believe in them, let's give them support, because no one chose to be where he is right now.
I see. All right. Thank you so much, Andrew. It's really been wonderful speaking with you. And it's really been wonderful getting to hear how you're using storytelling for good in Kakuma. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you hosting me, and continue uplifting voices, because you're doing a great job.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And with that, we have come to the end of today's episode of Camps and Borders. We do hope that you enjoyed listening. Do well to give us a like, do well to comment, do well to subscribe to our channel as we continue to amplify the stories and voices of forcibly displaced people. My name is Violet Ikong, and see you next time. Bye.